Hola, damas y caballeros. We have Pre-Calc Lesson 26, the logarithmic form of an exponential, and logarithmic equations. So, let's jump into it. Log form. Okay, if we have n equals b to the L, okay, this is exponential form. Okay. Logarithmic form, we can write it as the log base b of n equals L. This is the logarithmic form. Okay. N is our number, b is our base, and L is our logarithm or exponent. Now, these two things here, they're inverses of each other. Okay, we'll get into a little later what inverses looks like, but you need to be able to flip back and forth between exponential form and logarithmic form. Log base b of n equals L. So let's do an example to see how we would switch back and forth. If we were to write 4 equals 3 to the y in log form, okay, so 4 is our number, right, what we're taking the log of. 3 is our base, so we would say the log base 3 of 4 gives me y. Now, I would rewrite this and say 3 to the y equals 4. 3 to the y equals 4. That's going from exponential to logarithmic. Let's go from logarithmic to exponential. So write this in exponential form. We take our base, we'd say x to the m equals our argument 4. Okay? You need to be able to jump back and forth between these guys. Okay? Now, logarithmic equations, the key to logarithmic equations is we need to write everything in exponential form. Then we solve. Okay, so let's look at a few more examples. Just going to write a blanket examples. Okay, if we were to solve for all of these, log base b of 8 equals 3. Okay, so we need to write this in exponential form. So b is our base raised to the third power equals 8. Now, if you don't just have this memorized, okay, we can do two things, right? We'll first raise everything, both sides, to the 1/3 power. Now, the reason we do that is because if you have a power raised to a power, you multiply them. 3 times 1/3 gives me 1, so I have b to the 1 equals 8 to the 3rd. Well, that's the same thing as saying b equals the cube root of 8, which we know that the cube root of 8 is 2. Right? So this is saying 2 cubed is 8, or the log base 2 of 8 is 3. Let's do another. Solve the log base b of 9 equals -1/2. Alright, so we rewrite this. B to the -1/2 equals 9. So I'm going to rewrite this with a positive exponent. Okay. Now, the other thing I could do, which might actually be easier, is let's make this a power of 1. Let's multiply this, raise it to this -2. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. Now, b to the -1/2 times -2 gives me b to the 1. 9 to the -2 is 1/9 squared, which gives me that b is 1/81. Okay, this is properties of exponents. If you have a power raised to a power, you multiply them. So you need to know how to manipulate your exponents. Let's do another one. We want to solve the log base 3 of 1 over 27 equals m. So we rewrite in exponential form. 3 to the m equals 1 over 27. We want to solve for m. Now we know that 27, right, is 3 cubed. And if I wanted to get this to the numerator, I would make my exponent negative, which tells me that m is negative 3. Right? 3 to the negative 3 equals 1 over 3 cubed. All right, let's do another example. We want to solve the log base 4 of 8 equals x. So we say 4 to the x equals 8. Now, here you're thinking there's no way that 4 can be 8, but let's rewrite 4 as 2 squared, and let's rewrite 8 as 2 cubed. Okay, now, if I have a power raised to a power, I multiply them, so I get 2 to the 2x equals 2 cubed. These both have the same base, and they're equal, which means their powers are equal. So 2x equals 3, so then x equals 3 halves. Okay, because these had the same base and they were equal, that means their powers are equal. So I just set up another mini equation to solve for x. Let's do one more. The log base 1/3 of p equals negative 2. So 1/3 to the negative 2 equals p. That's the exponential form. This is the logarithmic. This is the exponential. Now 1/3 to the negative 2, I write this as 1 over 1/3 squared equals p. And I know that 1/3 squared is 1/9, and 1 over 1/9 is 9. So p is 9. Okay, it's just a matter of simplifying, simplifying, simplifying. All right, those are all our examples for this one. Again, if you have any questions, make sure you bring them to class so that we can go over them.